again, it's on.
Boom, shakla, clack, clack, clack. Boom, shakla.
And I'm out.
Welcome back to a very opinionated nation. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Opinion Nation. The crew's here. Primo's here. Hassan's here. You know, you know Kenny's here. You know what I'm saying? Hassan's here, and that's not true.
Oh, what you got in your hand right there?
Hey.
Uh-oh. Hey, okay.
You understand me? Start the show off right. What frequency you on, huh? What frequency y'all on? And Cronus the Ill. Let's not forget Cronus the Ill in the building. We may have a few more panelists coming through, but welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Opinion Nation. I'm your man's Dominique Quinn, superstar. That's my name. Government, even. Yeah. The Europeans call me superstar. They got to. What it says on ID. Today we have a very interesting show. Your boy Kenny Mickens last week coined a phrase. Oh yeah, he did. It's sweeping the nation right now. He coined a phrase. It's in all the universities right now. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's trying to figure it out. They're doing dissertations and papers on it. He coined the phrase, and today's show title is Selective Conformity. You can put that right there somewhere. It's going to come right up there. Selective Conformity. What the hell is selective conformity, Don? What you mean? Well, Kenny is credited with the moniker, but I will say this: I did go ahead, and of course we'll let Kenny give his own definition. But I went ahead and defined Kenny's moniker, selective conformity, and I've come up with the definition that selective conformity is the cherry picking of assimilation. Selective conformity, the cherry picking of assimilation. What we go to the menu of assimilation. You walk in. Oh, okay. What do you guys have an assimilation menu today? Oh, I'll have some coonery. Oh, I'll have some coonery. I'll have a little bit of politics and religion. Oh yeah, I'll have some of that. I love sports too. Wait, I love sports. I'll have some sports.
Yeah.
You know, give me some sport. No, I don't like golf. Not golf, but I'll take some football because there's a whole lot of coonery. I mean, there's a whole lot of athletes in football, so I'll have some of that selective conformity. Preem.
That's selective conformity.
Preem. Are you guilty of selective conformity, Preem?
I'm pretty sure I am.
Come on, man. Hey, you know how back in the day when me and you was at church when we was kids and they would call people down to the front, come on down. You know what I mean? Get your life together. Come on down to the front, Preem. Hey, play the music. Somebody play the music. Hey, Chris, you can get your MP out. Play some devotional music. Come on down to the front, Preem. Tell us about your selective conformity. Listen, I know you as an upstanding man. I know you're not on no fuck shit. I know that. But I also know the best of us are inside the belly of the beast. Now, ain't we? So, Preem, come on down to the front of the sanctuary and lay down your burdens, my negus. How have you selectively conformed?
I like to state mine in music. You know what I'm saying? I like certain old school music. I like all old school music. I selectively don't like a lot of the new stuff.
Okay. So you picking parts of the culture. You're picking parts of the culture you rock with.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'll cheerlead for one and kind of boo the other.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll say
we'll
that. I keep it real.
Listen, we'll take that.
But how is that liking music selectively conforming? Because what are you conforming to?
You're conforming to a frequency.
That's not conforming because everything has a frequency.
But you don't got to tune into every frequency.
What frequency are you talking about?
The point is you don't have to tune into every frequency. You tune into the dial that has the music that you like. I never listened to country music as a child. I listened to what we called Power 99 in Philadelphia. What you mean?
Yeah, but if everything's based on frequency, you have to always listen to frequency. That's the first law of nature. You have to do something with frequency. But you talking about a bad frequency?
And I didn't say bad or good. We're talking about how we have conformed. And, okay, well let's get to the nitty gritty.
That's not conforming.
Before we break it down, you see, this is Mr. That's Not True. Hold on.
That's not conforming though, right there.
You know what I'm saying?
In that aspect.
You see this? You see this? We're not ready for a counter yet. Can we set up? Can we? We haven't even brought the gentleman that gave us the moniker into the conversation, and you're already saying no.
That's not what conforming. That's not what conforming is. Conforming would be something that has to do with a racial thing. Like,
I disagree with you. Conforming.
Actually, I think it would be in all parts of life, wouldn't it?
All parts of life. Conforming ain't just no racism, Hassan.
It has to be something that goes against something.
And if you look at the music industry,
you conform to something that you don't really, that's not favorable.
Okay.
If you look at the music industry, us being any part of it, when you look at how we've definitely been manipulated. We've definitely been taken advantage of through music and music execs. So the fact that we even listen to it and participate in it
is conformity.
Definitely
conformity.
Listen, Hassan, because I don't want to dismiss where you at, Hassan, but I think what you got to understand, what we're doing with the topic today, is that the truth of the matter is, and I think you might agree with me, TTT. Any fucking thing you do inside of this society is conformity, nigga. Or get the fuck out. What you mean? What the fuck you mean, dog? Don't play. Let's not play. Anything you do in this bitch is conformity. Now, let's bring it back down to civilization.
Going out of nature is not conforming. But okay.
Well, I'll give you that. Listen. I'm not talking about the birds and the bees because they seem to have their heads on.
Conforming has to do with something, event that has a negative thing to it. So music doesn't really have a negative thing across the board, but in some aspects it is.
Let's try it like this. Then. Kenny, give me a second because I'm coming to
like you. Some of the negative music I conform to, like because I like it. Or I like the artist.
But you know what's funny?
Or I got to deal with the artist. I got to work with these people.
Supreme, even when you just said,
to it.
No doubt. But even when you just said the basic, I mess with a certain frequency of music here. Again, sign, TTT, respectfully, and I'm coming to you next because I think you just need to weigh in. Anything we do here, my brother, my God body, anything we do is participation, and that's conforming. TTT, how have you, if in any way, have you conformed to this society? How have you selectively conformed?
Me mean by getting a bank account? Does that conform me? Is that conforming? Because anything else, I don't conform to.
So you think you need to ask me? Like you said, music was maybe, I don't know. That's not. You think that's having a bank account?
I'm a guy, so I don't listen to bullshit like that. I keep my frequency.
You think having a bank account is less of a conforming than listening to music? Wait a minute. You think putting your social security number, your tracking number, your cattle number with the bullshit a lot, as Corey Holcomb calls them, with the system, you think that's less of conforming than him listening to some sounds while going down the street? Okay.
I'm saying that's not what I listen to. Higher frequency music and stuff.
Sure.
I listen to binaural beats. I listen to love music.
Sure.
I don't listen to lower frequency stuff, so I'm not talking about me in that. That's why I said me having a bank account. I keep since I have knowledge of self, I make sure I am always at a higher frequency and stuff.
Now let me ask you this, because I respect you, and I understand a lot of the places and spaces that you reside mentally. But check this out.
Go ahead.
Why don't you keep your money like in the sand on Venice Beach or some shit? Like why like when you go to work out in Coldwater Canyon, why don't you keep your money like in like a little cubby hole next to the bear hideout? Why are you messing with the system?
I said I conform because that's the only way that I actually really can work is being inside the system. So I have conformed to stuff like that.
I got you.
You know?
I got you. Kendall Mickens. Let's go to the Benjamin Franklin of selective confirmation. You understand me? Let's go to the John Hancock of selective confirmation. Give us your dissertation on it, brother, since it is your dissertation, and tell us how, if at all, you have selectively conformed.
Well, it's in almost everything we do. When you say selectively conforming, as a melanated people, we've been fighting against a system that's been trying to smash us down forever. So like you said, if we haven't moved away from it, in some way we've conformed to it. If we haven't moved away from it, we've gotten a bank account. We've gone to universities and schools.
We listen to music.
And some of us truly selectively conform by even marrying their women. What you mean? You mean you can't marry a snow bunny European? You can't marry Becky?
He was talking about every woman. He not just select any woman, even a melanated woman.
No, I think he was saying ultimately a big.
I'm talking about a non-melanated one.
Yeah.
When you everybody has their own. That's why it's selective. It's selective. My selective might not be your selective.
Yeah.
So again, I think if we haven't moved away from this, we've all gave into it a little bit somewhere.
We've all fallen short of the glory.
We've all fallen short.
Oh, Cronus Dale. I'm going to come to a guy, his name is Cronus the L. Now, this guy is a pious guy, although he will kill you. This guy's like 6'4" and 1,000 pounds. So but he's a pious guy. So he's a duality. He uses his duality. You understand me? But his name is Cronus, which means Saturn, the cube. Hassan can school us on that. But yet he's like a pious kind of earthling kind of cat. It's interesting. He's dynamic. Cronus, are you selectively conforming when you are pious and have knowledge of self? Like, what the you are such an enigma, my niggas. Like, what? Talk to us.
All right.
Uh-oh.
There we go. So I didn't get vaccinated.
You bringing up the vax? Can we say vax? Can we actually say that now? The censorship is real out here. Can we say the V? The V.
The V.
The V.
Selective. You know what I'm saying? What's my man name? Was dude from Golden State that didn't want to get it?
Oh, your boy Wiggins. Wiggins ain't spit y'all like that.
Yeah,
Andrew Wiggins.
He didn't want to get it. He didn't want to get it, but he messed around and got it.
Yeah, he did.
And Kyrie Irving was like,
"I'm
not getting it." So
cool.
You know what I mean? Selective.
It's selective because Kyrie still got that check. Kyrie's still in the league. He ain't say F this. Y'all trying to take my liberties away. I'm not doing it. He didn't say that. He was just like, I'm not going to do it. I'll wait it out and still get this money because I'm selecting. I'm at the menu. I'm at the assimilation menu selecting my conformity. What do I like here? Ooh.
Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying?
This shit. Wow, Kenny, how you going to do? You really, Kenny, you out here embarrassing a whole ethnicity with this selective conformity because ain't nobody calling himself black. Well, first of all, I'm not black. Hurt your feelings. Your feelings can be hurt. I'm God. But when you call yourself black, you're definitely selecting some conformity. Well, why would you say that, weirdo? Well, ain't nobody a crayon color. And you are choosing to be a part of a narrative that you didn't create. 2. 3, you're selecting a side on that because the funny thing is, in that game of black and white, Ken, wouldn't you want to be white? Just if you wasn't even from here and they just told you the rules, wouldn't you be like, oh, well, I'm going to be white? The fuck? So we are selecting. We're choosing to be, listen, y'all ain't better than us. Y'all ain't better than the five of us right here. Ain't nobody better than the five of us. And so the idea that we would choose a side that we know has nothing to do with us black. I'm saying real controversial shit. I know. But we're not black, none of us. But we've identified with that, number one, because it's cultural and people told us that since we were kids. But that's the opposite of what the dope shit's supposed to be. Now, we know that white ain't no more real than black. These are all items on the assimilation menu. Yes, selective conformations. And the thing is, because we got, I guess, a thing called pride, we go ahead and say, I'm black and I'm proud. Well, shit. I'm God and I'm proud.
Would you assimilate or would you accept that if you knew that black meant slave? That black
That's the point.
The 13.
We were cultured that black meant powerful. Like, and don't get me wrong, like the color black is amazing. I'm not dissing the color black. I'm just telling you, I'm not black. I'm telling you, you can't put this dynamic being inside of your little white box. That's what I'm telling you and the black people. I'm telling the white people and the black people, I'm not white or black. Now, y'all go ahead and hate. All of y'all can hate me. But I'm not playing your game because that part of selective conformity, I'm done with. I'm old enough now. I'm too old now to play a game where the white guy gets to think that he's something better than me. And I'm going to go ahead and say I'm black and you white. We're neither. He ain't white and I'm not black. And guess what? I ain't got no European friends that would call themselves white. What? I mean, I ain't got a ton of European friends in general. But if I have a few, they already know what time it is. Don't play. You don't even what? Selective conformity, Hassan. Give us another example. You're sitting over there on your high horse. Look at you. We can see you. You look you look very high horseish.
Selective conformity would be another example of, not me, because I don't fuck with it, okay? I have my own business.
You see this?
I have my own business.
He's not a part of it, Ken. He ain't in it, Supreme.
Besides me going to school, I'm not in school. I have my own business now.
Let me ask you a question. Weren't you a star athlete in college, football and track?
I was.
Well, what school did you go to? Did you go to the free school of Compton? Did you go
I got a football scholarship to go to BYU. Yeah.
Don't put it the buck. You went to BYU. Brigham Young University. Oh, look, he started drinking his red juice. He started drinking that watermelon juice.
He had to drink that watermelon juice after saying he went to BYU. Oh. Come on, dog.
I started.
You ain't gonna mention that part. You ain't gonna mention that part.
In the tie.
What'd you say?
Did you have the tie and the black suit?
This nigga drinking red juice too.
No.
These niggas be drinking red juice on the Pink Nation.
I just went to school there, so I did conform when it came to, going to school, buying into the program of the football and stuff like that. I did conform to that. I did.
Okay.
That's why I selected conformity at all times.
I understand. But I'm not doing it now.
Okay. That's an important.
I can definitely talk about past stuff.
That's an important component.
Even now, this you just said you had a bank account.
Oh.
Yeah, I said that. I stated that I got a bank. That's the only thing I did. I got a bank account.
Selectively.
I love that's the only thing. That's like that's
well, everybody got their cross to bear,
I have to do that. You have
everybody got their cross to bear. So
but it's not
a good or bad.
It's not a good or bad, but it can be good and bad.
Don't do that.
It is.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Actually, now y'all real liberal. Everybody in the middle now.
It's not being liberal.
It's not good or bad. Y'all lukewarm. Don't they say something?
No, it's not. It's a gray area.
Listen, let me tell you something. Because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was all about so-called crayon people this, crayon
and now he's not. And now he's not.
And now that motherfucker it's all into get your vaccine, get your vaccine, get your vaccine. So he was into this movement that was around and stuff, and him and Jim Brown and all them old heads,
they on something else right now, and that's deep.
Selectively conformed, if you really want to talk about, capitulated. It's the same thing. They selectively conformed whenever they realized when it wasn't, I guess it's not fun when the rabbit got the gun. Because that's basically what they realized. Like, they wasn't never gonna get no
Kenny,
control.
he don't know nothing about what you wrote.
Got Trey Deuce?
He don't know nothing about what you wrote. Kenny wrote
He got a girlfriend named Trey Deuce.
Kenny wrote a short film called what is it? What
Ain't no fun.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But yeah. So that's funny that you said that, because Kenny wrote a whole movie. Listen, let me fall on the sword. Let me get mine real quick. All right.
Right.
Hey man. I mean, hey man, when I was a kid, I wanted a little record deal. You know what I mean? When I was on the block with Kenny, Kamak Street, I come home and let the niggas hear my little tape in 1986. Yeah, I was the first one on the block with a motherfucker demo tape. Period. I had a demo tape in '86. The boy, what was the boy? What's his name? Not Busy Bee, but the boy. Remember the boy? He lived on the other side, but he used to stand like this. Who?
B-Ski.
Now, see, B-Ski was the dopest rapper in Logan. He lived on the other side, but he was the dopest rapper.
Some people would say Gush was.
Who?
Some people would say MC Gush was.
See,
but
you bringing back memories. But the thing though, Cronus, is Dom had a demo first. They didn't have no demo tape. I had a demo tape first. They were better rappers than me. But my nigga, I met Jamaluddin Takuma. And Jamaluddin had a studio in Fern Rock. And it was a rap. Yeah. What you mean? I liked music when I was a kid. And I wanted a record deal. The record deal is the system. In '88, when I went to my first and only semester at university, and I had a European professor tell me I'd never be a writer, I was already a published writer. This idiot didn't know that. I kind of realized, like, I got to select what I want to do in this society. Like, I'm not going to pay these people to tell me what I'm not, what I am already, actually, excuse me. I'm not going to pay them to tell me I'm not going to be what I already am. So I have to choose. I have to select my navigation through this society. Like, what am I going to do? Because, yeah, I'm bright enough to get a degree, but I'm not Preem. I'm not giving them my money, and they talking about, you're not going to be a writer when I'm already a writer, Preem. So I left right then and there. I chose a path. I didn't take that conformity because I'm a little too rebellious to listen to a European tell me what I'm not going to be. That spell don't work. Ever. So as I embarked, ran with 3 Times Dope, ran with Kwame. You understand me? And found myself in Los Angeles. Well, found myself on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Oh, you got some lines for me? Oh, okay, I'll read these lines. Big Brother Almighty out. I'm reading somebody else's line. I mean, I'm conforming. I'm getting a check. I'm on NBC. I'm on TV. I'm playing. First of all, in real life, I would never pledge a fraternity. Never. But on NBC, on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I'm pledging a fraternity with Will Smith and Alfonso Ribeiro. I would never do that in real life. I would never portray that. I haven't told y'all I don't need a leader. Fraternities have leaders, and I sit with gods, a round table of God. I don't need a leader. These guys I sit around, they don't tell me what to do. I don't tell them what to do. We walk side by side. That's what we do. Bars.
So selective conformity really is how much money it's going to take you to do this.
Oh, don't say it like that. I mean, let's be nice. No. Let's be nice. Like, if you're going to say it like that, a lot of people are going to turn this off right now. That hurts. That's like pulling off the scab fast. You understand me? That's like ripping the scab off. How much money? You going to bring money into this? You're going to bring money into that's dirty and nasty. You're going to say people have a price, is what you're saying, when it comes to selective conformity? That's what you're doing?
Well, you said it.
No, brother. No, don't do that to me.
You said it. You said I'm not pledging for real, but on NBC.
Oh, so you brought your example out of shit I was saying? That's fucked up. You throwing me under the bus. Listen, yeah. I've been a selective conformer. Yeah, I have.
I mean, at
And,
the end
and
of
let
the
me let
day,
you know. Let me say another thing. I'll code it a little bit. There's also a lot of lifestyles in this town of Los Angeles that I live in, where your entertainment dreams come true. You got to navigate. If you're a god, you got to navigate a lot of different lifestyles out here if you want to make it in this town. And don't find yourself at the wrong house party, in the wrong room at the wrong house party. Duh. Are you going to conform?
That Illuminati back couch stuff.
The conformation is real here. Like the selective confirmation is real. Hassan, no, it's real.
That conforming couch is real.
Sure. It's as real as the real world. Oh, well, it's real because it's real. Oh yeah, there's a party going on tonight. If you can get an invitation, Chris, you want an invitation? Your career will skyrocket next week. You want an invitation, Cronus? To the selective conformity party.
Ascend with him.
Say what?
Will his soul ascend with him?
No, your soul don't go. No, your soul gets snatched. You don't got no more soul.
The Bible tells you what profit a man to gain the whole world.
Yeah, Chris want that bag, bro. What you mean? Cronus need that bag, bro. And so he gonna go to that party tonight, Preem. And Cronus next week gonna be motherfucking Tay Diggs. What's good?
Nah.
Preem, what's your price, my nigga? Pause. But what's pause? But what's your price? Like, do you have a selective confirmation price? Like, this $2 million, will that get you to put the dress on national TV? Oh God. Take yourself off mute, bro. How can we get in here? Say it again. Off mute. Say yeah.
Oh yeah, I said that's why I'm 53 years old without $1 million yet. Because I do it my way, on my label, how I want to do it, with the music I like, at my timetable, at my pace, without no type of freaky deaky in my life, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, but it's just nasty. They ain't put I ain't found no price for me yet to lose my soul at this point.
He said with the freaky deaky Illuminati. Listen, the freaky deaky Illuminati is real.
I'm the boss of my boat.
Yeah. What'd you say, Chris?
You know it's wild that one person everybody say ain't put a dress on.
Uh-oh.
Put a dress on.
He put a dress on.
Who are you talking about? What?
It's that one comedian.
Oh, you talking about Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
No, he did put a dress on. So what was that? Where was that he put a dress on at?
It's called Robin Hood.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
Yeah.
That was his come up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, can y'all see the screen? Can y'all actually see this article I'm trying to pull up or no?
All of us in the middle.
Put it up.
Nah, okay. For some reason,
I see you trying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, this joint is not doing what it normally do. Okay, well, I'm just going to read this article. All right, just at the same time. This is a CNN article that came out today, Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. I'm sorry.
That's so you. Of course you. That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
I really don't want your commercials. Are too cool. So, Montana governor bans TikTok. Check this out. This is going to tie into our topic. Montana Governor Greg Gianforte signed a bill Wednesday banning TikTok in the state. Gianforte tweeted that he has banned TikTok in Montana to protect Montanans' personal and private data from the Chinese Communist Party, unquote. officially making it the first state to ban the social media application. The controversial law marks the furthest step yet by a state government to restrict TikTok over perceived security concerns and comes as some federal lawmakers have called for a national ban of TikTok, but it is expected to be challenged in court. Okay. So when we talk about selective conformity, right? TikTok, everyone is afraid that, it will take your information. They get on your phone, they're listening to you. The disconnect is that TikTok is no different than Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, IG. You understand me? Like, we get MySpace. Like TikTok, I don't know why everybody got a hard on for TikTok. Like, all these social media sites are listening, collecting information, going in your phone and looking around whenever they want to. That's what you think those contracts are that we sign, that no one reads, that the nerd did read a couple times, because I'm a nerd. Like, when you talk about selective conformity, this government, quote unquote, mind control, government means mind control, everybody. This government is trying to police your smartphone. How is that possible, Preem? How will they know whether you're on TikTok or not? And if you've flown through Montana? Like, let's say you're going to a show. You just flowing through Montana and you're not supposed to be on TikTok. How they going to know?
The phone must be doing some snitching.
You see. Yeah, now you're on to something.
The app itself is probably being monitored and radared and all that stuff.
Now you're on to something.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're walking around with the tracking device in our hand, y'all.
And you know what? No. And we pay for it. And we not only walk around with a tracking device, you could tell somebody that and be like, no, I'm not walking around with that. No, nigga, you're going to walk around with it and you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for me to monitor you. Talk about selective conformity.
That's definitely, that's very true. Mm-hmm.
Hassan, you there? TTT.
I'm here.
Yo, man.
I'm fucked up with the cell phone, right?
Ain't Utah close to Montana?
It is, but no, it is. It's in that region.
So what if you was on your way back to Utah, visit some friends, and you went through Montana? You ain't gonna be on TikTok? What's gonna happen?
I don't even have TikTok. So
see, you one of them because TikTok is bad, right?
No, listen, I don't have TikTok. I don't want to get more other stuff than I don't already need. I'm good. I'm not gonna. If I got somebody in my thing, I can't have everybody in my thing.
Do you have YouTube? Do you have Instagram?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not gonna keep on adding more. I'm not gonna add more. I'm good. I'm done. I don't have that. I don't have that other. I don't know. I don't have. I got Facebook. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not arguing about the fact that I have other things. I've never had TikTok, and I never will have TikTok.
Selective. So, would you admit that this is also selective conformity?
No, I selected conform when I got Instagram and Facebook. Yes.
But no. Yes. The point is,
yes,
Instagram and Facebook ain't no different than TikTok. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And I said I can select the conform. And I said, look, I already got enough stuff. I don't need no more. I'm good.
Don't get mad at me, man. We all doing it.
I said I selected conform. I got a phone. I'm in the bank system. I got that.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Again, we're all falling on the sword because if we're gonna be honest, we all have picked from the assimilation menu, better known as selective conformity. Oh yeah, we have. Chris. Because again, Kenny's the authority on the topic.
I wouldn't even go there. Everybody is.
How are you selectively conforming, Mr. Bodybuilder, Mr. I go to the gym and work out and drink protein and whatnot?
Hey.
Yeah.
Am I conforming? Let me see here.
See, don't do that. That's too long. That's too long of a gap. There ain't nowhere in the world. Ain't nowhere in the world to take you that long to give us what you conforming to in this fuck ass society. Don't do that.
I wake up.
Okay.
I wake up. I do my 1-2s, my 3 and 4s, and I go to work. And
there it is.
Good job.
There it is. Listen, we all have to do something to bring in income. We understand that. Some of us have some loot. Some of us were passed down loot. Some of us got lucky in this life. And some of us are still striving every month and every day. Like, you know what I mean? But we have all had to realize that we do need, if we're going to be in this system, the slave masters on the front of the paper. The people that raped us and murdered us and sodomized us. We need those instruments. We got to touch that. I'm going to fall on the sword and say, just by dealing with the money alone is the worst type of selective conformity. Dealing with the money alone. Somebody talk me down. Somebody tell me I'm lying. The money with the faces of the murderers and rapists. Let's say it clearly. Benjamin Franklin, rapist, murderer, slave owner. George Washington, rapist, murderer, sodomite, slave owner, and he stole teeth. Thomas Jefferson, rapist, Sally Heming, murderer, sodomite. Let's call them out.
But didn't he have kids with that woman though too?
They had a whole slew of people, and them people probably gonna be watching the show. Say that's my great grandfather. Fuck
but
it.
he was a melanated man though. To be honest, hate to tell you guys that.
Well, I mean, look, you gotta hate to tell me nothing, man. All these folks come from us. What do you want me to tell you?
No, not all these folks.
Melanated, he was still a rapist.
No, he was indigenous, and George Washington as well.
Well, guess what? They were still rapists, bro. I don't give a like.
There was slave owners.
Slave owners, murderers.
They selective conformity way back then,
because that was a currency at the time. That was a currency, to be honest, and be real with that. There's not bad and good. That's what was a currency.
You see a sign? Y'all see a sign? A sign says slavery wasn't bad or good. You see a sign on the Kanye West side of the game?
You know,
there were some people who were prisoners of war and stuff. If you guys don't know that, because the Moors and the indigenous people were fighting, and the Moors that you think was the people that you think were the slaves were melanated people that they was fighting against. They fought for this land with melanated people. Read up the Geechee Gullah War. That's what is Independence War is. That whatever the Civil War is actually the Gullah War between the Native Americans and the Moors, black people.
Yeah. A lot of people disagree with that.
So what side were the Moors on?
I just said look up the Geechee Gullah War.
No, but listen, you can help us out a little bit. What side were the Moors on? I'm trying to understand.
The Moors is fighting against the black people or the indigenous people. The Moors is on the other side, man.
The Moors were on the side of the colonizers?
Yeah, they're the part of the colonizers. The Moors are. The whole thing comes to the Vatican and stuff is all they start the Vatican. They're Spaniards.
Because what you're saying is the Vatican started off with black men? Is that what you're saying?
They were all melanated. They were indigenous. Yeah, they're all black. The Moors. The Saturnalia. The Saturn.
They're black popes.
Well, the reason why I can't disagree with that, Preem, to your point, Preem, is that, yeah, the truth is, back when that Catholicism and all that really started, it was melanated guys. Like if you look at the ancient like statues of Jesus and Mary and all that is black. If you go to Europe, if you go to Russia, and look at their ancient temples, it's black people. Facts.
They said the art is in the basement. They got it hidden. They don't want the white people to know that.
Preem, to your point, Preem, just within the last 5 days, like literally in the last 5 days, Putin had some kind of shit with somebody, and they were walking through this like great hall, and it was all black people on the walls everywhere. It was the hall was like religious. It was all religious symbols, and everybody was as dark as Kenny and motherfucking Cronus. Okay, me and you were light skinned. We wasn't even on the wall. Okay, you definitely wasn't on the wall, Preem. I wasn't on the wall, but Kenny and Cronus was on the wall holding babies.
They do understand that they all know this already. The people that's running the stuff already know this already.
Well, you know what? Let's stay here for a second because to your point, Hassan, Kenny, have you seen the logo for the Space Force?
No. What does it look like?
Cronus, have you seen the logo for the Space Force? Fuck.
They don't even know about this. Do you guys know about the Space
Primo,
Force?
have you seen the logo for this? Hey, yo, to Hassan's point, man, somebody that's running this thing knows that the melanin is a thing. The logo for the Space Force that Trump, just announced back in 2019, right? After melanated people being in this country under duress for 400 plus years. Do you know that the logo, and I would, because my screen ain't kind of popping the way I wanted to, I would advise y'all to look at y'all cell phones right now and just Google a Space Force logo. The logo for the Space Force is a melanated man. It's no mistaking. He's literally brown. It's a melanated man in front of the Star Trek symbol, my nigga. Did you hear what I just said? Wait a minute. Ain't nobody hear me. The logo for the Space Force. Everybody go and Google right now the Space Force logo. It's a black man in front of the Star Trek logo. Kenny, Star Trek was supposed to not be real. Star Trek was like science fiction, not real. But that's the logo right now for this new thing called the Space Force. Oh, yeah, and it's like a pyramid, too. Like,
well, a lot of things ain't supposed to be real, but they start off with someone's imagination and then they strive to get there. So if they don't destroy this whole world, I'm pretty certain they're going to try to be intergalactic at some point.
But why would they use?
They already intergalactic, man.
Why would they use our image, though? See, I find it interesting that a place.
Hassan, I don't know if we're intergalactic.
Yes, we are. People with melanin are intergalactic. Caucasians aren't, because you have to have carbon base to get out of this solar system. Based on all the information I know about. The Moors, the people from Saturnalia, were the black people. They are Moors. They're black. They're tall.
Cronus is Saturn.
The Saturn
He
is
black.
actually a real thing.
Cronus is black, and he
Y'all just keep coming at my man.
No, I'm not.
Listen, that man's name is Cronus the Ill. That means Saturn. He black, okay? And Hassan is sitting up here talking about the Moors come from Saturn and well, shit. Cronus, are you from Saturn? You want to tell us something?
Yeah, is this the logo?
See?
Yes, that's the logo.
Ain't that some deep shit, bro? Cronus, can you put it up one more time? Can you just hold it there for one more time so Kenny can kind of see it and the world can kind of vibe on it? Yeah. Okay. So you see that, Kenny? And you see the star above? Do you see the star above the head? What are we doing? Wait a minute. Oh, the point I want to make, Supreme, is that that's the logo for a Space Force in a country where that man is demonized since he got here. It's hated. Yeah. So what how are they putting him as the new frontier face? That's some mind fuckery, bro. And last question. Who are they projecting that image to? Like, who they trying to get right with? Ooh, let me say it clear. Kenny, who they trying to get right with?
He look Egyptian.
Well,
man.
Sometimes someone who might have selectively conformed might be in a position to put it in there, and people might not see what you see. So he sells it to them on one thing, but you see it as a whole nother thing. So you don't know. I don't know who designed it. I'd be interested to see who designed that logo.
Yeah. Well, look, Kenny, Supreme, check this out. You said, Supreme, not to cut your wisdom, you said it looks like a dude from Egypt. Check this out, though. Why the money of this country got pyramids on it? You see, there's something going on with identity and with there's just something happening. Like either them pyramids were our friends or those pyramids were our enemies. Anybody ever thought about that? Anybody ever kind of went to the other side? Like, wait a minute, like the niggas that hate us here are using the pyramids, taking our identity that we say is our identity selectively, and yet They hate us, but they're using the pyramids as a symbol of value with the murderers on the flip side. But then they have this new force, Space Force, where they're talking about going to new frontiers like Star Trek, and they're using my image as the logo. Me? That's some mind fuckery, Cronus. Supreme. What should we think about such a thing, bro?
They might be the enemies because these Egyptians is upset with Kevin Hart
Kevin
and Dave
Hart.
Chappelle. They upset with them saying that Egyptians was melanated black people or people like our United States melon people. They like, nah, we not y'all. They upset about that.
The hieroglyphs
canceling shows on the brother.
Yeah. The hieroglyphs, though, on those pyramids on the walls, they look like fucking Chris. They look like Cronus. They don't look like someone from Ireland or from Sweden. They literally look like Chris. So what are we saying? That they didn't know what they were drawing? I mean, like the idea, and again, this is why they didn't allow melanated people to read in this country, because you can subdue us spiritually and mentally if we don't got no information about ourselves. Like the idea that we are on the walls over there, bro, our images. Like, and it don't look like Arabs, it looks like Cronus. It doesn't look like a guy between like Africa and Europe. It looks like somebody straight out of Africa. Period. Am I lying?
Yeah.
You said I am lying? Oh, okay. I'm a liar.
I think the Egyptians in space, and I think that's one. I think that's kind of that's believable. Pyramids, they say it was built by aliens from outer space. They say
maybe the Saturn aliens. Chris, do you have any information?
Can't no man build nothing like that.
Cronus, do you have any information on how you guys built the pyramids, Mr. Saturn, Mr. Dark Man from Saturn?
In the middle of the pyramid.
Right.
Watching.
On the logo of the Space Force, can you tell us how y'all did it?
Yeah, it's the same star as the nation of gods and earths too.
You see that, bro? You see those with us with eyes and ears. You understand me? Kitty, why they got us on the front of the Space Force logo, bro? What kind of selective conformity is that? We hate you on this planet, but we're going to choose to pump your image to the universe. I feel like I want to get under the covers and just hold myself, because that's some mind fuckery.
Well, they might want to. They might be wanting to send us home.
I heard you, Chris.
They don't.
By the way, I heard you, Mr. Red Juice. But that's deep. That's deep, Preem.
Hold on. They don't hate us as you guys are formed to think.
Now, I like it better when you say that's not true. I think you should always start off with that's not true, and then go into what you. Go ahead.
Whatever. But they don't hate us. The whole thing is they don't hate us. They want you to think that because they push that black and that slavery on us to make you think that you're less than. They want to be you. They just placed you.
I can smoke a bag if they want to be you.
The Jews just are being the Hebrews, which are
watch them out.
People.
Watch them out, because
okay, I mean, right, whatever.
But essentially, because the selective conformity is real. And we know that the folks that run this particular thing that we're on, they get in their feelings when you even say the word that they call themselves. Hebrew. You understand me? Oh yeah. So no, I love Hebrew because number one, there's definitely Hebrews, but Hebrews come from a certain place and look like a certain thing. You can call yourself all kinds of names, but there's a definition to a Hebrew. Ask the Israelites; they'll tell you. The Israelites will tell you what the Hebrews are.
And that's why they wear black all the time. If you don't realize that's supposed to be the melanin of you as a melanated person. That's why they wear that dark black the color.
He's talking about the European cats. That's what he's talking about.
They wear black all the time because it's supposed to represent melanin. Something about you. They know you already. They know what you're about. Deep. You're carbon based. They don't have carbon. They can't transcend. They don't have the correct creativity as most melanated do. They don't have it. They're viewed of that because they have no melanin, or they have false melanin. So most don't even know their power and stuff. They don't know what their melanin is about. Their melanin sells for $1,000 an ounce on the damn black market, on the stock market. You guys don't even know that. Melanin is very important because you have the power to create when they don't. You have the power to,
did you know that melanin is on the stock market? Did you know that? Yeah, melanin is on the stock market, my nigga. Like literally, the stuff that makes our skin is valuable, and it's on the stock market.
They know what they're doing. They're worshiping the people, the original people of the planet. That's what they're doing, and you guys don't know that. But they got us.
We know it if you're telling us, bro. Don't be.
Yes, you're right.
Like you an intellectual snob, my nigga. You be on one. You be on it.
Hey,
you really do.
First of all, listen. Don't get in your feelings. Don't apply that to anything. Okay. Don't make feelings about nothing that doesn't really matter because you put your feelings into. Don't mean anything. That's what I'm saying. Don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't put feelings into thoughts. It's not how that's supposed to go.
I hear you,
because then that's your ego.
I feel the plan that they're trying to make us hate each other.
Yeah, that's that. They did that with Kevin Samuels. What's the difference? You know, they did that. They tried to do that with Kevin Samuels, where he was trying to divide the melanated people.
So that's what he was doing. Take on Kevin Samuels.
Yes, that's what he was doing at one point because he was downgrading. You can't downgrade the melanated woman. You can't regardless of the flaws.
I love me some melanated women.
You can't publicly just lynch them and stuff like that.
We're not going to do that because we're going to have a show next week that we're going to get to some topics.
Listen, I understand certain things, but you can't publicly lynch them and put them down like that. You can't do that. Regardless of some true facts.
I'm not wholeheartedly disagreeing with what you're saying, but I am saying that there is a strand of our women or women that come from our diaspora that need to be put in their place. And I say that for real. Like I say that with all the bass in my voice. Like I'm a man. It is a whole nother show. You see what Hassan's doing. You see what Hassan's doing. Hassan will take us all around the universe.
Before y'all go
on, trying to do all that.
That's a whole nother show, and that could be next week's show.
I mean, hijacking the way it was supposed to be.
Let's bring the train back to selective conformity, and how, in some cases, selective conformity became a way of surviving.
Oh, you talking about Stephen A. Smith or
not individual?
I'm just saying, man.
Charles Barkley.
Damn. Yes.
Y'all just pulling out all the Uncle Ruckuses.
You know said about money.
I'm talking people in general. Where I'll give you a small example. Here you had people, grown men, who were. Because if they look into these white people's eyes, could bring harm to the whole village.
So they purposely look down. They
purposely looked down and not looked into the eyes of a man that was probably less than and calling them boy. And probably was just as uneducated, or in some cases, but telling you don't know. But these knew. All right, if I smash this dude, it could affect
hundreds of people.
Could affect hundreds of people. So when you say selective conformity, it's not always. I don't look at it as individuals. I look at it as sometimes.
It can affect the whole community
as a people to survive.
That's real shit.
So selective conformity is sometimes survival.
Even with the police, stopping you.
Oh, here we go. God,
you gotta conform to yes sir, no sir. They're gonna
some sirs start coming out there.
So you can go home that night. So you can go home. You don't be on YouTube and tased and killed.
If you know the laws, you don't have to do that, though.
Hassan, I would just.
Please don't disagree with me on that one. Please don't disagree with that one at all. That's not true. Okay?
Hold on.
I know. Hey, listen, my
laws. You're right. You can know the law and be dead.
No,
laws
you can't.
Books are real good, but when you're standing out there and somebody got the drop on you, got the gun on you, probably he outgunning you.
Whoop.
I would not rely on the law at that moment.
Is that when you would select your conformity?
I'm going to select my conformity at that moment, and I'm going to rely on street knowledge and say, okay, what am I going to do to get out of this situation? You know,
street knowledge. Okay, street knowledge.
Come on, son. Come on,
son. Street knowledge. That's what them niggas has did. Relied on street knowledge and start running and shit and got their ass shot. Okay, don't do that. You have to know the law, man. You have to know your right. You know there's a buddy of mine called Kevin Berger, Know Your Rights Foundation, and he teaches you the stop law class about public stops by the police and stuff, and he knows his rights. Okay.
That sounds real good. But when they putting that chokehold on you,
they have first of all they have to have they won't get there if you know the laws. If you know the laws, they won't get there.
Sometimes it's not even you.
If you know the laws, they won't get there.
When a cop,
okay, never mind.
Don't believe for 1 second they don't know how to agitate a situation. And
if you know the laws, it won't get
that
there.
They know,
homie. If you know the laws, it won't get there.
One at a time, son. Let him get it out, son. Let him get it out. You tell me, let him get it out. Let him get it out.
Hold on.
Get it out.
Police definitely know how to agitate a situation. When you speaking to a man, your inner being, when a person talking to you in a certain way, is going to say, "Oh, who you talking? You know, like
who the fuck are you talking to?"
And as a man, at some point, you say, "Oh, who you talking to?" But as a cop sitting there with that equalizer on his hip, knows at any moment, okay, now that I done got you into that space, all your laws go out of the window. So you can have the law on your side, and you still gonna be on a t-shirt.
I didn't say. Hey, listen, that's not true. Okay, I'm gonna keep on selling you this. This is not true because.
I'm making that t-shirt. I'm making that t-shirt tomorrow. That's not true.
When you are when they know you know the laws, okay, the laws of the police force, the laws and stuff, they won't do the same things because you know codes and stuff. There's a surety bond on the police, so they will back up because you know information. So that's not true. If you're a person who knows information and once they realize you know information, they back off and stuff because there's bonds that you can place on them to get them not work and lose money. It's called a surety bond.
Can I offer this?
How much did that work for Sandra Bland?
Huh? What'd you say?
How much did that work for Sandra Bland?
Sandra Blank was in jail already. She was in jail already. If she knew the laws, she wouldn't. It never would have got there because things would have happened. But that was an inside job anyway. You could be right, but if you know the laws and stuff, if you know the laws, right, most melanated people do not know the laws, and so they make rash decisions.
Wait a minute! Ding 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 ding. Let me jump in real quick on the ref side of the game. So you both make very valid points. We know that what Kenny's saying is the truth as a melanated guy, and a lot of us don't know what you're saying, Hassan, to be the truth. But I do know what you're talking about. And of course, I follow Real Nagas and Kevin Barringer also. And yes, Kevin will break down the fact that if you know your status, that's why we talk about don't be black. Don't be black. There's nothing to be black about. That wasn't created by you. And if you know what it is, you know that it means less than literally in the courts. It means nothing. Literally, if you call yourself, they're going to treat you a certain way.
Your ass. That's why they can shoot you.
So to his point, let me get it out, son, because I feel you. You know, right. So both of you have valid points. If you know status and the law, and you know how to act. So to Kenny's point, you know, there's a selective confirmation even when you know the law. There's going to be a selective because you're not going to talk crazy. And then maybe to Hassan's point, you're not going to be crazy if you do know the law because there's nothing to be crazy about. You can just tell them what it is. They'll recognize it. And 9 times out of 10. But Kenny is right because there is that percentile where a racist don't give a fuck.
Tom, when we look at, let's just take that January 6th incident.
Uh-oh.
And everybody looked at that. And the first thing as a black man I looked at was, man, if those were darker people,
oh come on,
the Gatling guns would have been out.
You know what they did to the MOVE members in Philadelphia? What?
As a person that live in Philadelphia, I've seen a bomb dropped on somebody's house.
Bomb.
You know, so when I see them breaking through windows, and then they carry a few of them out and let them go home.
Yeah.
And I see the president talking about, go home. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you.
It's peaceful.
You know, go pop some popcorn. I'll talk to him for you. Come on, man. It's you can have your there a lot of times are two sets of laws. And one of the laws as a black person, people are telling their kids.
Wait, don't say it, Hassan. Don't say it, Hassan. I'm gonna say it for you.
Saying.
So Kenny, no, I'm gonna say it for you, Hassan. Kenny, what Hassan would probably say right now is the problem is you're calling yourself black.
He can do that because
you can call yourself black, you can call yourself melanated, you can call yourself yourself a duck.
Black is a code in this country. In the
standing there next to your window and he's jittery and wants to shoot you, what I suggest you is conform at that moment and say, how can I talk this idiot down? Because it happened to me. I've had to talk an idiot down.
I get it.
Like, oh, listen, dog, relax.
Yeah.
This situation
he ain't gonna say I shot an indigenous person.
He ain't gonna say.
Wow.
He gonna say I shot that nigga.
Come on, son. Come on, son. They're ganging up on you, son. Come on, son. Come on, man.
I shot that nigga down from 30 yards away and ran at me like a goddamn rhino, and I had to shoot.
I put his black ass on the ground.
Wow.
That's what he going.
Come on, son. They're ganging up on you, bro. Go ahead. What you got for us? Come on, man.
That's the reason that's the reason they're able to kill you, because everything on your driver's license says black. Ooh. All the stuff says that. That's you consider yourself a slave. No, I'm telling the truth. That's status law. You consider yourself a slave. That's why they're able to do that. You understand that other people.
Myself a slave, dog. What I'm saying is, what I consider myself is I want to get out of this situation.
Dude, I keep on trying to tell you.
Situation.
Kevin Berenger has a show called Real Nagas. He know your rights foundation, know the law, stop law class. He has all that stuff.
When I got a police officer on my right side on my driver's window telling me, let me see your driver's license.
Yep.
And the boy over here with the gun,
with the flashlight and the gun,
wasn't gonna help me for shit. Here's what helped me. Calm down, dog. Your man told me
But that's what Kevin Berenger tells you. Calm down, speak clearly, for they can understand who you are.
I don't need Kevin Berenger to tell me that. What I needed at that moment was me to talk them down and calm them down. So
well, to Hassan's point, I think that Kevin Berenger and Real Nagas would also advise that. Like, so, you know, Kevin is very knowledgeable in the space of court and code. So I think that, you know, just knowing Kevin a little bit myself, he would say what you're saying, Kenny, is that no, you don't want to get out there and act like you just a ghetto fool. You want to be calm.
Not a ghetto fool, because you really look at it, these are my inalienable rights. I've seen, you know, videos where non-melanated is like, F you, what the F you pull me over for, and speaking to him a certain way, and it's, sir, I'm sorry. I see how many times an unarmed dude.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
You can see the difference. And this dude who walked, what's the boy out in the young boy that got acquitted, the young white boy who walked by him with a gun and walked and went on home.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
He walked by him with an AK
after shooting somebody.
And they actually told him, get out of the way. We
got to move. You know, he had just murked somebody, and he walked past them. They were like, "Go ahead, get out of here."
And they like, get out of the way. I got this situation to deal with.
But I think that's to listen again. I feel like y'all both have valid points, and I know that I know what you're saying is real, Kenny, and I know that what Hassan's saying is effective from what the Real Nagas kind of platform is that if you know the law, if you know that you're not black and don't call yourself that, if you know status law, you can move through those encounters, and obviously your temperament has to have a lot to do with it. Obviously, I think that's where we get into trouble, because as melanated men and women, we get frustrated with this fucking system. And if you're gonna get pulled over after you've been working or whatever, you're just trying to get to your home or whatever you're doing, and you're being stopped or impeded. Like, yes, that's an emotional thing because we done been through so much. And a lot of us that are just not equipped with high frequency, right? They're not able to deal with that encounter. So, but to Hassan's point, if you are able to be calm and you have information, I think what happened, Kenny, is like you used what the real Nagas platform would advise. It's just that you might not have known all the statutes or that, don't call yourself black or whatever, but you use the temperament.
I don't not know their statutes. What I'm saying is, even in a situation where you know all those, when you can be all calm, sometimes there's been some of us who hasn't come home just because that person that
do you know that do you know that to be true? To be honest, do you know that to be true?
Well, sure, we know. Of course, we
no. Do you know that to be true? Somebody did everything right.
So definite 100%, or more of stories or things that was written and passed down. I mean, I can say the same thing about you going to court and saying you know the law. Do you know that'll be 100% true? That's going to get you out of the situation? No, you don't know.
Yes, I do, because I've talked to Kevin. Kevin went to court based on him staying his status. They emptied the courtroom and stuff, and they saluted him and stuff and said, "Thank you for being a Moor," and blah blah blah. And his case got dismissed. I'm just telling you a true fact that's happened. You asked me a question.
What I'm saying is that was that individual.
And that's the whole thing is about
there's been a lot more individuals who haven't, who knew just as much law.
You asked me a question. Do you know somebody that they've done that? And that's all I answered. There's no other.
Here's what I can tell you. I can tell you I've read about people who've done that. I've read about people that didn't work for them.
And I just
sometimes it unfortunately comes down to that cop that pulled you over that day. If that officer pulled you over,
they still got.
And him were arguing that day.
They know about the surety bond. Okay, they know about their surety bonds. And if you hit them with the surety bonds every time, they will back up because they realize that
Kenny, do you know what a surety bond is? You know what the surety bond is?
Here's what I know, Dom. That some of that shit ain't gonna save your life sometimes.
Listen, I'm fully with you. I understand that because I know the life is dynamic. I know that you can have all the right information and a crazy motherfucker just want to be a crazy motherfucker. I know that. That's real.
That's what I'm telling you. It unfortunately comes down to what was going through that dude's mind that day. So
it also goes down to
Hassan's point. Let me address it real quick, Hassan. To Hassan's point, yes. Real Nagas, again, the platform will teach that if you know your status, like you can speak in a certain way if you understand, the situation. And of course, if your demeanor is correct, and you can skate if you have the information. I mean, there is something to knowing the game. And a part of the game that I don't think Black people understand is that literally that word in this system of law means you are nothing. You come from nothing. Like, it's not on a pop culture thing. It's literally legalese that Black means you're nothing. So if you're calling yourself that in this court system and you don't know it, well, you know what they also say, ignorance is no excuse. So the game is being played on us. We're calling ourselves Black and proud. Meanwhile, when we get in that system, they make us instant slaves again with the 13th Amendment for calling ourselves Black. Real rap. Real rap.
Sometimes you don't get a chance to. There's no explaining the situation. If you got a dude that's intent on harming you, sometimes it's a matter of him coming up and trying to do whatever and then planting evidence on you, or say you made a move. How many brothers didn't? Oh, he made a move. He reached for a gun. He did this. He did that.
Yeah.
And no longer with us. So it ain't always. You knew the law or anything. Sometimes, like you said, you get a dude, he's already intent on doing whatever he's trying to do. In fact, I truly believe some of them have badges or get prizes for hunting us down.
Oh, well, listen. First of all, police come from the slave patrol. Can we make that clear? Your police system here, ladies and gentlemen, of the United States, came directly from the slave patrol. You could literally call police the slave patrol because
The
everybody
cops.
in America is a slave. If you got a number, you're a fucking slave. I don't care what you're talking about. Like who? Huh? You got a number on your body? You're a slave. Okay? You've been, man, no, I'm sorry. You're not a slave. You've been enslaved. And it happens to us before we can even know it because it happens to us at birth. But the point is, though, look, you guys make great points. I got one last quick question before we get out of here. And it's about our boy Ja Morant, Supreme. Supreme, is Ja Morant selectively conforming? Like he's in the NBA with a $200 million contract, but he's on IG Live with the Glock and playing NBA YoungBoy. Like, I mean, okay, wait a minute. Is he auditioning for the hood? Like he want to get back to the hood? Like, what is he doing? Is he selectively conforming to stay? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I say he's selectively conforming to retardation. But at some point, you got to have common sense.
Yeah.
And if it happened to you before, this ain't the first time it happened. It's the second time. And believe me, you know, you got to relive with our choices. That's a choice. And that's not even selective conforming. That's a bad choice. That's a bad decision.
It might actually be the reverse. It might be like he should be doing a little more selective conforming.
Right. And
like it's almost like if you're going to be in that position, you need to do a little more. Like
you need to chill.
Yeah, you need to chill out, bro. Chris, give us some word.
He gonna have a lot of regrets when he's back in the hood with his homies that ain't his homies, and they riding around, and he lose that $200 million bag, and he making $300 a week because he work at the supermarket. If he lucky, and then gonna be like, damn, I wish I didn't do that.
Gospel.
Regrets. Yeah, right there. Common sense.
What's up with Ja Morant, man? Is he doing like a reverse selective conformation? Like is he trying to get back to the hood? Like what is Ja Morant doing with as far as selective conformity?
He trying to play for China, man.
Wow. You say he trying to be first round in China?
He trying to play overseas, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Play stupid games.
Win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
No one realizes till it's too done late. I wrote that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That nigga bugging. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to use common sense and you got to know when to not conform selectively.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like,
so you saying what? So like he's conforming to like, even though he got 200 million back, he's still trying to audition for the hood. He's trying to conform to the hood. Is that what I mean? Like, it's like a reversal of the confirmation.
Yeah, you trying to let the people know, like, yo, man, I'm still here with y'all. Like, nah.
I ain't got 200 million. What you mean? What? Because I'm not gonna be here when I get my 200 million. I still love y'all, but you be like, where Dom live now? I think he on the moon.
And truth be told, his peoples ain't his friends. Those ain't his friends.
Nah.
Because if they was his friends, they'd be like, yo, cuz.
Chill.
Don't mess up your bag, yo.
What's up, Hassan?
I have a question though. Why is having a gun a bad thing if it's in your constitutional rights? And if a Caucasian dude, football player had went hunting and stuff and had a gun and put that on, they would not be getting the same scrutiny. Okay, so I don't. If he's within his rights and stuff, no matter what, just he don't have to be in the hood. If he owns a gun, it's his property. He has the rights to bear arms, depending on which state.
Very valid point.
Of course, yeah. Definitely the right to bear arms. You know what I mean? Like even Aaron Hernandez. You know what I'm saying?
I know you didn't just say Aaron Hernandez.
You know what I'm saying?
Aaron Hernandez killed his.
I'm just saying, niggas.
I told you Cronus is savage. I done told you he's savage, bro.
I'm just saying, cause niggas be out here flashing the tool. You know what I mean? Like the one thing I've always been a stickler for is if you show it,
you better
now I know you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather not know you have it That way, you know what I mean. But now that I know you got it, oh man,
You gotta have it.
now you got to use that thing.
You got to. You can't pull it out.
Listen, man. I didn't had the blicky. I done had the blicky drawn on me one time.
Is that the infamous story? You want me to tell the story? Or okay, cool.
If you want to.
Oh well, Cronus it was about 5 a.m. He was on his way to work, mild mannered, doing his thing. You know, he's in a nice part of town. Mount Airy is a very nice part of Philadelphia. And real quick, there was an assailant at the bus stop, and he tried a giant ass negus. He tried him. He pulled it. Something caught the assailant's attention when he pulled it, and the dude right there, he keeps a switchblade all the time. And I'm just and I'm not gonna say anything after that because allegedly Chris is still here. I think, well, actually, he is still here. And I'm just going to, that's it. That's all. That's the end of the story. And that's the end of the story. That's why I said, don't mess with dude. Like, don't mess with dude. He's a giant anyway.
We'll need that story.
Would you say, Ken?
We'll need that one out there.
Yeah, no. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the story.
I have no questions on that one.
Yeah, no, it's all alleged. It's all alleged anyway. Go ahead, Hassan. Go ahead.
But maybe Homeboy did it on. Well, okay, I have another opposite end of this whole thing and stuff. If you want to say, based on his music, that he was listening to that music that lowers his frequency, and it is something to keep your mind fucked up. Maybe that made him fucking pull out that fucking gun.
Listen, all that's real and valid. Listen, we're going to have a frequency show, real soon. A frequency show. Real soon, because listen, this whole thing is about the frequencies. The reason why you have melanated men on this panel right now that can speak respectfully and intellectually, even though we disagree, is because we got high frequency, baby.
Now, here's the thing: like they said, he conforming to the cats around him, and what he has to do is elevate the cats around him.
Wait. To your point, Kenny. Not to cut your wisdom. Today, I think it was Stephen A. One of the most brilliant things he said, maybe it's John Morant. Maybe the Bulls need to get it. Maybe John Morant is the bad influence. John Morant is always the one with the gun.
He could very well be. But he chose to conform to what the NBA says is their rules.
Or at least he signed the contract. We ain't seen the confirmation yet, though.
He ain't conformed because he's still doing it. So
I agree with Hassan on that.
That's for sure.
I tell you, nobody bigger than the game. Jordan retired, so John Morant can be replaced too.
Oh, easy.
Maybe he's trying to do that and just take his bag and stuff.
Said, you know, the Chinese TikTokers are probably saying, "Ja, keep that up." The Beijing Dragons. The Beijing Dragons.
Come on over.
Come play next to Jimmer Fredette. Come on, play.
Hey, yo, man. On that note, we're gonna wrap it. Listen, selective conformity, coined by one Kenny Mickens. Okay, so you know a lot of people out here get mad when you take their slogans and stuff and don't get credit. Kenny Mickens is the orator and the author of Selective Conformity. So give him his flowers. You understand?
I just put a name to it.
Yeah.
I put a name to it.
Yeah, he did. And
every day.
And quite frankly, I think to all the melanated people in this particular zeitgeist, what they call the USA, you can look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I selectively conforming? Of course you are. Like Hassan said, Hassan is a sun man. Hassan walks on the beach barefoot and jogs, you know, and the canyons. Look at Chris. But even Hassan has a bank account. You see,
and a cell phone.
And a cell phone. And he's got knowledge of self, but even he has got the accoutrements of a selective conformer. Yo, let's go around the room. Primo, where can they find you? I saw you dropping like it's hot, wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. I saw that over the weekend. Like a bunch of melanated women, thick. I'm like, oh, that way. Well, first of all, bro, like what you into? Like what you tapped into? Because it's like it was like 30 women on the line dance and just you. Like, what are you tapped into that I missed? Like, Why am I missing that part of life?
I was blessed. Wrote a line dancing anthem that the people love called Queen of the Wobble.
So you just giving the people what they love. You giving the people what they want.
They made up a dance called the Wobble Supreme, and every time they book me, they pay good money, and all I got to do is sing that one song, and they all get in line and just do their little dance.
You gangster, man.
The Wobble Supreme, huh?
Yo,
Wobble Supreme.
And all these women were behind him. I'm like, hold up, man. Hold up, man.
10-year-old song.
It's 10-year-old.
10-year-old song, still getting love, man.
I'm gonna have to pull up the Wobble Supreme.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Look at it's Queen of the Wobble. That's the name of the song.
Dopeness. Yo, so tell them where they can find you on the socials and all that good stuff, bro.
Supreme DR, you know what I mean? SUPREEMDR, or Supreme in the New Experience. Instagram, and everything else is Supreme the Resurrector. Very Google.
Bong. Great to see you again, bro. Cronus, the Illinger.
I gotta go, fellas.
All right, man. Holla at you in a minute, bro.
Yeah.
Cronus the Illinger. Unmute yourself and let these folks know where they can, catch a fade.
catch a fade. You catch me on Instagram, KRONISTHEILL. Also catch me at your local LA Fitness, either squatting or benching.
It's funny because you and Hassan. You and Hassan. Oh, you got a black. This nigga got a BlackBerry, bro. Like he has a BlackBerry in 2023.
I'm with that. He's not trying to select.
He got two BlackBerries in 2023. That's selective. That's a certain level of selective conformity. Like he's like, I'm not doing the smartphone thing. I'm not doing the TikTok thing. I'm going to stay in this era back here in like 07. I'm staying back here with it.
You ain't got to worry about nothing, Dom. You ain't got to worry about having women get mad at you for looking at pictures and stuff. You don't got to worry about none of that. Sending no pictures, you might be boring though.
First of all, bro, I got a million problems, but a motherfucking chick ain't one, bro. Nah, never had that. I chalk it up to my dad, but I ain't never had a problem with none of these chicks, bro. You can ask Chris. You can ask Kenny a little bit now. I was an adolescent when I was around Kenny for the most, but I started my career around Kenny. Oh yeah, I did. I lived on the block with Kenny when my one girlfriend was coming down the street, and the baddest girl at Alney High School was in the bed with me. Yeah, I was living on Kenny Street. That's another story. Mr. Mickens, please tell them where they can get some selective confirmation and where they can find you.
2400 Jackson Street.
Instagram at Kendu_Kenny L.
Yeah.
Trying to minimize my selective conformity.
Truncated. Oh God.
Minimizing my selective conformity to
a to-go bag of selective conformity. I'll have that bag to go.
I'll take a small brown bag of selective conformity.
Hey, look, Kenny, when I tell you that you really did coin some academic ass shit that will be used going forward. Like you really did, bro. That's why I reacted the way I did last week when you said it. I'm like, yo, that's a thing. Selective conformity, especially for melanated people in the Terradome, is a complete thing. Hassan McCullough. First of all, let me shout out my man, Kevin Barringer. We spoke about him today. Don't get mad at Kevin. Kevin know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like Hassan got the template, but Kevin's the real one that knows how to put it down. And y'all can check him out at Real Nagas. Real Nagas is the shit. Every Saturday, what is it, 2 p.m., son? He come on live?
He comes live on 11
a.m. on Saturdays. Like Real Nagas, REELNA.
Pacific Standard Time, homie.
Yeah, Pacific Standard Time. And it's that work. And he will get you up to speed on how to deal with these colonized slave patrol systems. He will get you up to speed. And it's not all about just saying this, that, the third. It is about attitude too, like Kenny said. That's why I said both of them.
It's about energy. It's about energy and your frequency and stuff. All that stuff matters. All that stuff matters.
True. True.
Sometimes they have a negative energy that.
No, you're right. Oh, way to counter. Real shit.
But hold on. It's all about positive affirmation. We live in a holodeck. We live in an electromagnetic holographic reality. So whatever you put out there, it's gonna come back to you. So if you keep on putting out this negative shit and how they react to you, that's how they're gonna react to you.
No, that's real
You know,
shit.
just like
Kenny's face.
Kobe was talking about how he's gonna die, a basketball player, and die young and stuff. And nigga dead because he put that energy out there.
I do not
It's all about
believe, you know, you do speak certain things into existence, but it's
it
also
is. We live in the holodeck, man, for real.
also
100%. I'm
know that in some situation it's not even your energy.
yes,
When
okay.
I
You are entitled
when I
to
get
believe
pulled
that.
over because he doing something wrong and he pulled me over, that wasn't my energy, that was his energy.
Kenny, that's not true. So we're just going
I'm not
wrap
gonna
it
do
up because
that.
that's not true, Kenny. And so we got shows. We got shows to go, folks. We got shows. We got things to talk about. Hassan, Weed Juice, TTT, McCullough. Tell them where they can get the cool water, watermelon, weed juice. Talk about we live, we love, we juice.
WeJuice.com. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? The big city of dream. Oh man, it disappeared on me. Is it there? Did it go away? Big city of dreams is the featured juice of the day. You know, it's an immunity
I'm doing
juice.
product placement, bro. Calm down. I'm doing some product placement.
That's fine too. Yours is a
What
little
kind
bit
you
better.
got, Dom?
Oh, this is a
He
little
has
bit
a
of digesting. Tropical pear, pineapple, pear, apple, ginger, and mint. Like, please.
What kind of big city of dreams?
Big city of dreams is the vegetable juices: spinach, kale, garlic, onion, celery, parsley.
Hey, Chris, man.
Tomato. This one's is cayenne pepper. This is a little much. It's beet and carrot in it too. We got onion, garlic, all that good stuff. But it's more of a vegetable juice. But you should have more fruit based juices and stuff because of the sun and the energy they give. So the sun creates more fruits, which produces seeds. So you should have more fruit juices. Always have more fruits, period, because it hydrates you and it gives you all that energy based on the fact you have that carbon.
No, he ain't. See, that's the thing. He ain't drinking weed juice. He drinking red juice from the supermarket. That ain't right.
That watermelon juice.
That ain't right.
I'm drinking watermelon juice that I made because watermelon is hydration. I don't drink water. I drink nothing but watermelon juice and coconut. I don't drink regular water because watermelon has electrolyte and it's the best thing for your body and your dick. Thank you. Okay.
Yo, man.
Anyway,
weedjuice.com is the business. Trust and believe. It's
put you in the business.
Yeah. So, yo,
because
man.
There's no we
without you and I.
I.
There it is. Bong bong. Hey, man. I've had a great time today. This has been a very interesting conversation. It's been a week in the making because I knew the moment Kenny said it, we'd have to really have a whole show about it. Selective conformity. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
All guilty.
And I'm like a rebel, and I'm guilty. So, maybe we can reduce our level of selective conformity in this particular spaces, especially as the noose gets tighter. No pun intended. So, very soon I'm going to have a really nice announcement for the Opinionation squad and crew out there, the broader crew, about some really cool things melanated folks are doing in the space of movies and television, right? It's coming soon. So look out for that. But until then, we appreciate you being here. And we'll see you again next week. Yeah? Fellas.
Peace.